Hi guys, very good morning all of you. So how are you? Yesterday we have completed process costing joint products and byproducts. In that joint products and byproducts, last I have given problem number 4 in the practical questions at the end of ICA material as homework. One two students asked that there are certain doubts in this because there is a difference between units produced and units sold, but opening stock, closing stock is not discussed in the problem. So one two students got confused. So we'll solve problem number 4 first and then we'll go to next topic today. Okay, probably we'll start either marginal costing or budgetary control today. But let us see problem number 4 first. ICA study material problem. Note it as important problem, star mark. Put a star mark, it is an important model because it has both joint products and one byproduct also, and there are one two twists also in the question. So we'll solve this completely. So look at the question. NN manufacturing company uses joint production process that produces 3 products at the split of point. Joint production cost during September were 8,40,000. Product information for September was as follows. Particulars: product A, product B and product C. Units produced 1,500, 3,000, 4,500. Units sold 2,000, 6,000, 7,500. After units sold, put a star mark in your notes. In your textbook, after unit sold, put a star mark. This line is not relevant. This line is not relevant. The whole process costing, or you call this joint products, byproducts, our focus is on current period, what is happening. So they have given units sold. Now student thinks, Pawan sir, 1,500 units produced, 2,000 units sold. How it is possible? That means there is some opening stock also which they sold during the period. But since the opening stock they did not mention, the closing stock we do not know, because you cannot calculate closing stock using these two information. No? How can I calculate closing stock? So we'll not consider opening stock, we'll not consider closing stock. Current period, whatever the units produced, that is the basis for solving this problem. Many students struggle, Pawan sir, what is opening stock, what is closing stock? That is not relevant at all. All the calculations are based on production. Clear? Now, so this is the line we are going to use. Then sale price at the split off, 100 rupees for product A. For product B and C, there is no sale price at split off. That means mandatorily they are to be further processed. So after further processing, product A is 150 rupees, product B is 175, product C is 50. Cost to process after split off point 1,50,000, 1,50,000, 1,50,000. Now take your calculator. How many number of units of product A are produced during the period? 1,500, correct? So what is sale price after further processing? 150. Sale price at split of point? 100. What is value addition? 50 rupees. So take 1,500 into 50 rupees, 75,000. And what is further processing cost? 1,50,000. So you'll ask them, oh hello, excuse me, hold my calculator. What this is? 75,000 is the value addition and you want me to spend 1,50,000 for it. So I will make a decision of not processing product A further. Simple. Why? Because it is not economic. It is not economic. Okay, write down. Right now. Working note 1. Further processing of product A. Okay, production quantity 1,500, selling price after split of point, after further processing 150, selling price at split of point 100, value addition in selling price, or you can write increase in selling price also 50. So total incremental sales due to further processing, can I say, is 1,500 into 50, 75,000. Further processing cost is 1,50,000. Net benefit of further processing is minus 75,000. Decision: it is not economic to, or it is not advised to process product A further. So sell it at split of point. This is our working note 1. So I don't want to process it further. Why? It is a loss proposition for me. Am I mad to do that? I'm a businessman. Why will I do this kind of business? So this is my step 1. Guys, you understand working note 1? Is working note 1 clear? Okay, now. Then what they are giving, the other data, 8,40,000 is the cost. Okay. Assume that the product C is treated as a byproduct. Oh my god. That means A and B are joint products. C is a byproduct. Okay. So do you remember byproduct accounting? What will we do? The net realizable value of the byproduct. What is that? The net realizable value of the byproduct is to be credited to process account. That means should be deducted from the processing cost, and the balance net processing cost after deducting net realizable value of byproducts must be apportioned between main products. So here working note 2. Treatment of byproduct, that is product C. Okay. So the net realizable value of the byproduct is to be credited to process account. In other words, the process cost should be subtracted by the net realizable value of the byproduct. The balance net processing cost, the balance net joint processing cost, should be apportioned between the main products, that is A and B. So till this you understand? Now net realizable value of product C is equal to, so how many number of units produced during the period? 4,500 into. So what is the selling price? 50. 4,500 into 50 minus, there is some after split of point cost also, 1,50,000. So calculate it. Take 4,500 into 50 rupees, 2,25,000 minus 1,50,000. So can I say net realizable value of product C is equal to 75,000? Selling price minus further processing cost. Selling price, that means selling price into quantity, sales revenue minus further processing cost. So that is net realizable value. Now this is working note 2. Note 3, joint cost. Total joint cost given 8,40,000 less net realizable value of byproduct 75,000. So net joint cost to be apportioned between A and B, 7,65,000. This you understand? This is note 3. Next, note 4. Apportionment of joint cost to product A and B. Okay, particulars A, B. Okay, particulars A, B. Quantity produced. So what is quantity produced of A? 1,500. For B, 3,000. 1,500, 3,000. Decision not to further process, mandatory further process. There is no other option for B. So what is the selling price for product A? I will take 100 rupees. Selling price for product A, I take 100 rupees because I am taking selling price at split of point. For product B, after further processing, 175. So can I say sales revenue is this into this, 1,50,000, 5,25,000, correct? Then further processing cost less further processing cost. Here 0, not applicable. Why? I am not doing further processing. Here 1,50,000. So net realizable value at split of point is 1,50,000, and here it is 5,25,000 minus 1,50,000, 3,75,000. Therefore, ratio to apportion joint cost between A and B is equal to 1,50,000 is to 3,75,000. 1,50,000 is to 3,75,000. Okay, so 3,75,000 divided by 1,50,000. So it will be 1 is to 2.5 or 1 is to 2.50. That's all. Okay, so what is total joint cost? We have calculated 7,65,000. So share of product A is equal to 7,65,000 into 1 divided by 3.5. That is equal to, take your calculator, 7,65,000 into 1 divided by 3.5. That comes to 2,18,571. 2,18,571. Correct? Then share of product B is equal to 7,65,000 into 2.5 divided by 3.5. Correct? 7,65,000 into 2.5 divided by 3.5. That comes to 5,46,429. 5,46,429. This is the answer. The answer is over. But do you remember I told you always after calculation add both just to confirm whether your arithmetics are proper or no. Plus 218,571. Yay! I got 7,65,000. Correct. That's all. This is the problem. Okay, again I am telling you, simple problem, but the opening stock, closing stock will hit the student one. And the second thing is, the solution, if you look at ICI study material solution, the way how they have given it like Ramayana Mahabharata. So there is no table, there is no calculations. Calculations are there, but descriptively they have given para 1, para 2, para 3. Student will get mental. Pawan sir, what is this? So instead of this, if the answer is presented this way, it would be more meaningful and it would be more understandable. You understand? So this problem comprises 1 byproduct and 2 main products. What we have done, first we calculated net realizable value of the byproduct that we have subtracted from the joint process cost, and then we calculated net joint process cost that is to be apportioned between main products. One main product we have decided not to further process because it is not economical for me, it's not beneficial. Second product mandatorily I have to further process because in the question they have not given sale revenue, sale price at split of point. So if I am not processing product A further and if I am processing B further, I have calculated net realizable value, then it is 1,50,000 is to 3,75,000. That is the ratio in which the joint cost of that 7,65,000 is apportioned, and this is the final answer. That's all. So is it clear? Do you have any doubts? If you have doubts, ask me. Otherwise, this chapter is over. We'll go to next chapter.